Yo, welcome back. You already know who it is. It's your boy MadeMenMelo coming to you back live with some more top 10. We have another one from Vinny's Tube. It is volume 3. As you see on the screen, hand-to-hand combat, baby. Volume 3. If you haven't already, go watch volume 1. Go watch volume 2. We got volume 3. That's how good some of these hand-to-hand combats are. You understand me? It ain't nothing more great than seeing them hands being thrown. Let's go and take a look.
Well, what do you know? Top 10 hand-to-hand fights in anime Volume 2 blew up. I think everyone's raring for more anime fight scenes that involve good old fists. So here we are.
Fisticuffs, baby.
And if that last video wasn't enough to quench your thirst for anime brawling, then this video will be perfect for you. After having gone through more than a dozen hand-to-hand fights in anime, why not come back for more? I mean, throughout its colorful history, anime has more than its fair share of hand-to-hand fights to keep the list going for many volumes. So for now, we take a look at 10 more amazing instances that show that anime is just not all about swords and guns.
It's about them fists. Knowing this art style.
Now here's an anime that you may not have heard of, and I don't blame you. Noen isn't exactly the most popular show in the shonen-dominated mid-2000s, but its 12th episode gave us this gem of a battle between Karasu and Fukuro. It's a classic climactic beatdown between two combatants done in Noen's signature art style. Now I'd say that the animation and the overall feel of the thing can be an acquired taste, but few can undermine the tension.
No. I like different anime styles. That's what glues me.
For me, the fight itself only tells half the story, but with something like this, I wouldn't be surprised if some people would start thinking otherwise.
Definitely got to check that out. Assassination Class, I've seen that. Yeah, this is legit right here.
Ninth place on the list is Nagisa versus Garma. I think that this fight is one of the best ones in Assassination Classroom, even if you put the hand-to-hand qualifier away. In addition to it being a great fight as a fight, I also think that the emotions flowing in this fight really work in its favor too. The fight was back and forth at first, with Garma giving some painful-looking beatdowns on his less physically inclined opponent. Nonetheless, Nagisa has heart, and you should never count out a determined fighter. In the end, Garma concedes defeat in one epic turnaround. Until now, people still debate on whether Garma let Nagisa win this one or not. I think that the anime is leaning towards that narrative. Then again, Garma is the better one in terms of actual fighting, but there's no way that another fight between the two would be that easy to call.
Let's go! Full metal, baby.
In the 8th spot, we have Edward Elric versus Greed. Now the question is, which Edward versus Greed fight? Well, the one from the original FMA. A lot of people sing Brotherhood's praises, but I think that the original FMA had its shining moments too. One such moment is the fight between Edward and Greed in episode 24. It seems to be one of the great underdog fights in FMA. Edward spends most of the start of this fight getting his ass kicked thanks to the sudden transformation of his opponent and the fast attacks in which the latter came upon him with. The eventual comeback does begin when Edward forces a fist-to-fist deadlock, and he finishes the battle with a good old stab through the chest. Not many remember the original FMA compared to Brotherhood, but this fight's really something to remember it by.
Tough.
Really one of the best fights and moments in that series.
Tough. Kizuna Ichigi.
We don't really see a lot of people talk about Kizuna Ichigeki, but I think that it's a nice, cool, short film that you guys might want to check out if you've got some time to spare. For me, the highlight of this movie, as far as fight sequences go, is the battle between Kizuna and Giant Gaga. The battle is short but intense and is a nifty example of the classic David versus Goliath style fight. Fast and agile, Kizuna spends most of the fight jumping around and delivering quick strikes while creatively using the gigantic opponent as terrain to deliver some more complicated moves. Giant Gaga struggles to catch the tiny opponent and is finished off by a punch to the forehead. Maybe giants really do have a weak spot on their forehead.
Definitely gonna check that out.
The fight takes a little less than a minute. The
art style is funny, but I like it. go,
Sixth on
Bebop.
the list is another moment from the Cowboy
Classic.
Bebop movie.
Classic.
Well, this movie sure has its fair share of nice hand.
Nothing but hands, baby.
From the same movie that brought us Spike versus Vincent, we get Spike versus Elektra. Spike's infiltration mission is off to a rough start as he immediately comes face to face with Elektra. Running into a woman who engages you in battle that quickly is tough for our hero, but it does make for some nice visuals for us viewers. The two go at it with everything in their disposal, which includes punches, kicks, and whatever props they can get their hands on. This is certainly an inferior fight compared to Spike versus Vincent, one we see later on in the film, which I featured in a previous list, by the way. Nevertheless, the short scuffle does give us an ample appetizer to the fights that are yet to come in the very same movie.
Gleipnir.
Sometimes you just gotta hand it to the animators, don't you? They just do their job too well and turn a niche show into must-see TV for some parts of the anime fanbase. For Gleipnir, it's moments like in episode 2 with the battle between Shuichi and Hikawa. There's a lot to be said about the battle itself, but the moment quickly cements itself to the minds of the watchers thanks to the beautiful animation. This is something that you don't see in manga. It took up most of the discussions after the episode, and it elevated the show through the ranks of its peers in the season. It also helps that given the premise and the genre of the show, fans will be coming back.
Ass whooped by that bear.
Run still ongoing. Let's wait and see if more of this will come our way. And I tell you, I have a good feeling it probably will.
I'm confused.
On the map of many anime watchers.
Get whooped by a mascot.
What the power of animation can have in bringing to life or even pushing an already good fight to greater heights.
Oh shit! Haven't got that far. Spoilers. Spoilers! I haven't got that far.
Next battle on the list, we have Luffy versus
I just got done with Scott P.
The battle often comes with a memorable reveal, and I think that Luffy showing off Gear Second in his fight against Bluno makes one of the more epic scenes in the first 300 or so episodes of One Piece. The fight itself isn't too shabby, and I think that both fighters learn a thing or two following their skirmish at Water 7. It's more so for Luffy, who finds a way to break through his Dekai and manages to fight him on even terms with Soru. Then comes the grand finale, which is the reveal of Gear Second, a sign of things to come in the story with Luffy's abilities. There's also the nifty detail about Gear Third foreshadowing in this battle. It's something that you'll come back to and catch once you've gotten to the latter storylines.
Oh my god!
My Hero
yes!
first season ended with a banger of a final fight.
Look at him.
At the cusp of the first
my
season
dog
ending, and what a way to end the arc with
Ultra,
a climactic
baby.
battle to demonstrate why All Might is rightfully the world's mightiest hero. The whole sequence deserves mentioning, as All Might didn't win the fight all on his own like some invincible anime Superman. He had some help from his students, and once all the distractions had been taken care of, it comes down to
can go all out.
And Nomu's.
What's everybody say?
Nomu's endurance, and All Might with declining
Let's
powers
get these
and
hands,
quick
baby.
work of the villain, giving us one of the most iconic gifts featuring the legendary hero. If you can't get enough of All Might, he has a lot of other shining moments that you might want to see in the videos of this channel.
Hitori no Shita. I think I wrote this down.
Under the radar for so long, Hitori no Shita
did.
no shortage of amazing
Yes, I did.
fight sequences. This time
yes, I did.
Take a look at the fight between Zug and
because there's another one. Yep, definitely got to look at this. Hands Central.
Really a joy to watch, mainly because of the smooth animation, the various camera cuts, and the sheer effort made in sequencing and choreography. The puppets chase Zug one after another, and you can really get caught in the pacing and how swift everything is. If you're up for some smooth and slick fighting scenes, Hitori no Shita is an anime that you should really check out. Unfortunately, we don't have an English translated version of it just yet.
No problem.
Have to wait for a while.
No problem.
It definitely is a series I'll be keeping an eye on for more amazing fights and animation sequences.
Read subtitles. If they have it. Let's go, Broly.
In general is no stranger
go, Cheetah.
Great hand-to-hand fighting, with it being a martial arts anime first and foremost. I think that Broly vs Gogeta is one of the best fights Dragon Ball in general has to offer, simply because of how intense and fast-paced it is. It takes a certain kind of special to catch your viewers
saw them hands.
Experience of such a fast and hyper battle scene, and this one does it very, very well. We all know how strong these two combatants are, so a fight between them has to have some huge expectations. Judging by what I just said a few moments ago, this fight got all expectations checked and then some. They say that you can learn more about a person or two by how they fight, and that saying definitely applies to this fight. It's more than lights and fireworks, but of course the spectacular takes center stage. Overall, this thing is simply a beauty to watch on the big screen, and seeing as how it captivated me so much, I place this at the top of this list. I hope the list this time will satisfy you in your cravings for hand-to-hand battles in anime. What do you think about this list? Do you think I missed any fights out again that should have been on it? If so, let me know in the comments
like you said before.
That's got to do it for this edition
Look at here.
List, but who knows? Maybe we can
like
have
you
another
said
one
before.
Of these if I see that you guys really love hand-to-hand combat. Anyway, I'll see you next time on VinnyTube.
We already on volume 3. What you think? We're already on volume 3, bruh. We want more. We want more. We love the fisticuffs. We love the beams. We love the teleportation. We love the weaponry. We love the guns and the skills. But when it come down on them hands, if you strip everybody of their power, let's see them hands. Let's see them hands in action. Gotta love it. Subscribe to VinnyTube. Subscribe to me. I appreciate you guys so very much. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Peace.